Hi, this is Rethik, your biology subject matter expert from MemoNeet, and once again, welcome to the biology series of Animal Kingdom. So today is a very special day, that is Teachers' Day. So I would really take this opportunity to wish Happy Teachers' Day to all the teachers in the world, and yeah, especially to the students, because we teachers, we are always with you, and we are always there to support you, guide you, and encourage you, and give our best 100%, you know, for your clarity, for your achievement, and we will definitely going to help you to crack NEET 2025. So moving on to the topic, the next phylum is phylum Platyhelminthes. So what do you know about phylum Platyhelminthes here? They are commonly called as flatworms, and they are mostly endoparasitic in nature. That means they normally live inside the host of a living. Then they are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and acoulomate animals, right? But what level of organization can be seen? Organ level of organization is observed. Then the very notable point is the presence of hooks and suckers. Hooks helps in the attachment here. That means they're normally present inside the host, right? So what happens? They actually want hooks in order to attach, okay, and suckers in order to, suck the nutrients. In order as blood or anything, okay. So that is the very important and well-known aspect. Then another most important thing is some of them absorb, that's what I'm saying you. Some of them they absorb nutrients directly through the host, okay, through the body surface. Then specialized cells are present. Those specialized cells are called as flame cells, very important. Okay, so specialized cells called flame cells are there. So, what is the major function of the flame cells here? It helps in osmoregulation, my dear students, and also excretion. For osmoregulation and excretion, a specialized cell is present. So that are called as flame cells. Next, sexes are separated. We can easily differentiate the sexes as male and female. So most of the female are enlarged, where males are small. Then fertilization is obviously internal, and development is through many larval stage. And some members like Planera possess higher regeneration capacity. What is higher regeneration capacity? This is the planaria. So, for example, if a body of the planaria has been cut into two equal halves, right? So, what happened? So, from both the cut ends, so a new body is being generated like this. Now, what is happening? A new body is being generated. So this is nothing but higher. Now I can call not only the regeneration capacity, I can say it has higher regeneration capacity. Yeah, this is the example. One is tapeworm, then the liver fluke. Next, moving to the topic. The next phylum is Aschelminthes. So what do you mean by Aschelminthes here? Yes, they are roundworms, and they are free living organisms, aquatic and terrestrial, and mostly some of them are even parasitic form in animals and plants. So, what type of level of organization can be observed here? Organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and pseudocoolomates. False coulomb. Then coming to their digestive system and all. So there is an alimentary canal is present, is complete with a well-developed muscular pharynx. Very important here. Well-developed muscular pharynx, and an excretory tube removes body waste from the body cavity through the excretory pore. That is nothing but whatever the waste which is being generated in the body, right? So it has been removed out from the body cavity through the excretory pore. Sexes are obviously separated. So dioecious are nothing but those are organisms where you can see the sexes are separated. So fertilization, it is internal. Development may be direct through young ones resembles the adult, or it could also be indirect form. So direct is nothing but the younger ones, they somewhat or almost resembles the adult. Indirect is something like the larval stage and the adult stage is completely different. The next phylum we have is phylum Annelida. So phylum of this animals of this phylum, they are aquatic in nature, marine and freshwater, or even they're terrestrial. Then they are free living and sometimes even they live as parasitic form. So organization, organ system level of organization can be observed. Then their bilateral symmetry with triploblastic and metamerically segmented. Okay. Then there coolomates animals, true coulomb. Their body surface is distinctly marked out into segments. Metamerically segmentations is nothing but you in the body, you'll be able to observe the segments. Okay, and you can distinguish them. Hence, the phylum name called Annelida has been there. So, annuals in a Latin word and ring, little ring. Then they actually possess, they are very elongated. Then they are cylindrical, muscular with its locomotion is nothing but what is its locomotion? Movement. So, coming to the movement, how do they move? With the help of muscles, okay, body muscles. Yeah, like this. So we can actually see here the locomotion is actually through the muscles and we can easily see the segmentations also. Then aquatic annelids like they normally possess what? Lateral appendages, this one. Then parapoids, which helps actually in swimming. Then what about their circulatory system here? Their closed type of circulatory system. Then there is also presence of nephridia, so which actually helps in osmoregulation and excretion, right? Then coming to its neural system consists of paired ganglia. So what happens? They're connected by the lateral nerves to a double ventral nerve cord. Okay. So that means that the neural system consists of the paired ganglia where they are connected with the lateral nerves, single nerves to the double ventral nerve cord. Then, yeah, one thing is Nereis, which is actually an aquatic form, right? It is dioecious. Sexes are again separated, but in earthworm and basically in leeches, they are monoecious. That means sexes you will see within both the sexes are present within the same individual. And coming to the reproduction mode, it is through sexual mode. This is leech. So leech is nothing but the blood sucking insect that you have seen it in almost rainy season. They are most predominant during the rainy season. Moving to the next very largest phylum, that is phylum Arthropod or Arthropoda. Yes, they're the largest phylum, that's true. And very important thing is they have an organ system level of organization, bilateral symmetry, triploblastic, and the body's been segmented. Segmented in sense the body, right? So they can be divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. So head, thorax, and abdomen. And they're coulomate animals, basically. And the body, it is covered by chitinous exoskeleton, which is hard. They are jointed appendages. You can actually see a jointed appendages, forelimbs and hind limbs. Then arthro word itself says that jointed. Poda is nothing but appendages. So hence we normally call it as arthropods. Coming to its respiration, the respiratory organs are gills, then book lungs. Okay, holes like then book lungs are nothing but lungs or tracheal system can be observed. Okay, some through the gills and some through the book gills and some through the lungs or tracheal system. Circulation is actually a open kind of circulation. Sensory organs are present like antenna here. Sensory organs are through antenna. If it is an insectid, so you will actually see a kind of antenna here. Then eye is actually compound eye or sometimes even it is simple eye. Okay. And that is why it is very important. It acts up, then this is all about the basic thing. Then statocytes or balance organs are also present, which helps in the entire balance of the body. Then coming to its excretion, they normally takes place to the malphizian tubules. Okay, excretion is through this malphizian tubules, and they're dioecious. That means they are mostly active. Uh, Dioecious sexes are separated. Then fertilization is usually internal, and they're oviparous, lays egg. Development may be direct or it could be indirect. Direct is cells, so they resembles the adult, the younger one. Indirect larval stage is completely different from the parent. So these are the examples like apis, honeybee, then bombaxi, silkworm, and lacifer like lac insect. Okay, and many other things. The next phylum we have is the molluscus. What do you know about molluscus here? Yes. After this arthropods, these molluscs are the second largest animal phyla, and they are both terrestrial and aquatic, marine or freshwater, having organ system level of organization. This is very important. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and coulomate animals. Then the body is covered by calcareous shell. This is one point, and they are unsegmented with a distinct head, muscular foot, and hump, the head part that you are seeing. Then the body, if you touch the body, right, it is very soft. Okay. And spongy layer of skin can be seen here. Then the space between the lump and the mantle is actually called as mantle cavity, in which feather-like gills are present. Okay. Then coming to its respiratory and excretory functions, they do have respiratory and excretory functions. Then the anterior head, right, have sensory tentacles. That means in the head region, anterior part of the head region, they do have what? A sensory tentacles are present. And the mouth also contains a finger-like rasping organ for feeding called as radula. Very important. So they're usually dioecious and oviparous with indirect development. And these are the examples. The next is phylum Echinoderms. One thing I just want you guys to remember is in almost all the previous question papers, have observed that the examples, they have been asked in match the following kind of question. So that's the only reason you don't, for some, pronunciation is different, they're finding it difficulty. And for some, they're finding it difficulty with respect to writing spellings. So only thing that I can guide you is you just need to remember the name, okay, of those and which phylum they belongs to. So once you are clear with it, you can easily write down because no statement wise questions have been asked based on examples of on the phylum. But yeah, MCQs, that is match the followings, were asked, like choose the correct order, so which animal belongs to which phylum, something like that. So for that reason we need to concentrate on examples also. The next we have is phylum Echinoderms. So phylum Echinoderms, these animals, they have an endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles, which is very hard. Okay. So that's the very reason they have been called as ectodermata or ectoderms. So they're called as ectodermata. So all are marine with organ system level of organization. And the adult, they're radically symmetrical. That is nothing but radial symmetry. And but when they're in the larval stage, they're bilateral symmetry. So bilateral symmetry and radial symmetry. We just need to remember that thing. Then they're triploblastic and ecoulomate animals. Okay. When it comes to the digestive system, it is complete with the presence of mouth on the lower ventral side and anus on the upper dorsal side. The most distinct features of this echinoderms, is the presence of water vascular system. That is the entry of the water inside and outside. So why this water vascular system is very important? One thing is it helps in locomotion, that's true. Then capturing of prey, then transportation of food, as well as it helps a very important role in respiration. Then excretory system here is absent. Sexes are obviously they're separated. Reproduction is asexual. Fertilization is usually external fertilization takes place. Development is indirect with free swimming larva. Okay. And these are the examples such as Astaris starfish, then Echinus sea urchins, then Antidon, sea lily, Cucumaria, that is sea cucumber, and brittlefish. So moving on to the next phylum, that is phylum Hemichordata. So Hemichordata was very interesting thing about Hemichordata is they were first considered to be a subphylum which comes under the phylum Chordata. That means Hemichordata was considered as a subphylum which normally comes under the phylum Chordata. But later on, they've been placed under non-chordatas itself due to even deeper investigation and all. We will see why they have been taken the decision. So first thing is this phylum, they normally consist of a small group of worm-like marine animals. So it is somewhat worm-like, right? Worms. Uh, but they're almost there. All of them are marine in nature with organ system level of organization. Then they're bilaterally symmetrical. You can divide them into two equal halves, triploblastic and coulomate animals. The body is cylindrical. As you can observe, the body is cylindrical and is composed of anterior proboscis and a collar. Then we have a long trunk. This is very important thing. Coming to its circulatory system, there are open type of circulatory system. Respiration is through the gills. Excretory organs is this one, that is proboscis gland. Okay. Then sexes, it is separated. Fertilization is external. Fertilization is external, where development is indirect. Example is balanoglossus and sacoglossus as an example. So this was all about till non-chordata. Okay. So in the next video, we will be discussing purely about the chordatas and the subphylums which comes under this phylum chordata. So if you are feeling any difficulties or if you have any doubts, you can feel free to contact me through the message. Like you can message in the comment section, or you can also reach me out by following the Telegram channel. Uh, and do not forget to follow the scheme, that is 21 days challenge of solving the MCQs, right? 50 MCQs per day. So for MCQs, I've been mentioning you, it could be through anywhere. Either follow the previous year question papers, try to solve them, or else through any book that you have. Okay. And for more NTA based pattern MCQs, you can also follow the MemoNeet app, where you will get many more than like 15,000 MCQs with related to biology, and same thing with chemistry and physics. So even for the notes, you have availability of notes in the MemoNeet app. So make sure that you utilize all these things through the app. And very important thing is even you can prefer the Brahmastra test series as well as the Elite plan. So anyhow, coming Ganesha Chaturthi, we have an offer. So you can also, if you're planning to purchase or buy, even you can go for it. So this is all about the today's class. And in the coming video, I'll be explaining even deeper about the subphylum which comes under the phylum chordata. Okay. Thank you.